Good morning, students. I welcome you to the second video on creating an inclusive school. We have learned in the previous class that what is the meaning for creating an inclusive school. It's a school where the normal children and the special children are educated in the same environment. I hope this picture was clearly showing the meaning for the word inclusive classroom environment. Next, we will see what is the meaning of inclusive education. Inclusive education is providing education to specially abled students along with normal students by providing the facilities and normal atmosphere given like the normal school's children. You can see in this picture the normal children and the special children are educated in an inclusive classroom. Let us now move to the principles of inclusive education. Inclusive education has 6 principles, namely principle of zero rejection. Zero rejection is where every school must educate all the children with disability. Then, free appropriate education. Education must be provided according to the need of the child, because every child or the special child is having different types of disability. So, it should suit to their disability. Then, least restrictive environment. That means where a child with a disability is educated and provided a placement and a service alternative in a very restrictive environment. They should feel comfortable to come into the classrooms. Then, non-discriminatory identification and evaluation. Least restrictive environment. Non-discriminatory identification and evaluation. The schools must use non-biased, multi-factored method of evaluating procedure depending upon the disability of the child, irrespective of their caste, culture, race or native language, and give them education in an appropriate way. There should be a shared decision making by the parent, and also the student should participate in an inclusive classroom. The school must collaborate with the parents and the students with disability and design the curriculum according to the needs of the special child. Thus, the principles of inclusive education can be studied under principle of zero rejection, free and appropriate education, least providing environment, and non-discriminatory identification and evaluation, due process safeguard, and shared decision making by the parent and the student. What are the merits of providing inclusive education? Inclusive education helps to create confidence in the differentially abled children, because once when the differentially abled children are able to realize that they are also a part of the society and they too have their own capacities, they are able to overcome their inferiority complex and gain confidence, so that they will also participate in the society like the normal children. It helps to develop their abilities, because by mingling with the normal students, the special child is also able to develop his own capabilities and interest. I hope these pictures given here will clarify your point of how to develop their ability and provide them involved in all the activities like the normal child. It creates ability to follow the social rules and regulations. By mingling with the normal students, they are able to follow the norms which are followed in the society, as like the normal child is able to follow them. There are some other merits of inclusive education where the students can be integrated socially with their peers. They are able to develop a long-lasting friendship with them, so that they also feel that their societal relationship are very much important, and they feel as a member of the society. It creates empathy or positive attitude towards the differentially abled children in the minds of the normal people. It creates empathy. Empathy is nothing but a sense of feelingness, thinking from others' view, so that the normal child is also able to think from the special child viewpoint, so that they become very friendly and they get opportunity to mix and interact with one another, so they can able to have a very good relationship with the normal and the other children. There are some demerits of inclusive education. What are they? Here in inclusive education, a special attention cannot be given to each type of disability, because in an inclusive education there will be different types of disabled children sitting inside the classroom. And then the second one is the curriculum cannot be based on the interest of the differentially abled children. If you frame a curriculum for a physically handicapped children, it will not be very suitable for the intellectually disabled children. So the curriculum is different. So it becomes a barrier for them. The third demerit is that the differentially abled children are unable to follow the strict time schedules which are followed in the school. Because they are not like the normal children, so they need extra timing and schedules. Then absence of specially trained teachers and learning material is the next demerit in inclusive education. The tendency of insult by the normal children faced by the special children is also one of the demerit which is faced in an inclusive classroom environment. Let us now move to what are the three definitions which are given by the World Health Organization, WHO. It defines the terms in three meanings. What is impairment? Take for example, if you just have a small wound in your little finger, you are not able to do your writing and other activities like the normal person. So it is said to be an impairment. What is disability then? If the impairment is going to prolong for a longer period of time, and if you are not able to work like the normal people, it is said to be a disability. If the disability is going to continue for a lifelong situation, then it is said to be a handicapped condition. So what is impairment? It refers to the physical or the mental defect, that is a loss or the reduced function of a body part or any particular organ is called as an impairment. Then what is disability? An impairment which limits the ability to perform certain tasks is called as a disability. Then handicap, it is a problem encountered during interaction with the environment, and it is a term which is indicated to present the lifelong situation, that is called as a handicap. So with this definition, we are able to understand what is inclusive education, what are the principles of inclusive education, merits and demerits of them, and what is the terms associated with them. I hope now you are clear with what is inclusive education. Next, we will see the history of inclusive education or special education in India in the next video. Thank you.